To feel that you're not too far away, you've had some really solid football form.
Yeah, edging closer. Happy with the way I'm playing so far and progressing. Waffle form's been pretty good. So, yeah, just enjoying my time down at West Perth when I go down there, and that's just the key. If I enjoy my footy, I generally play well. So, yeah, just having a bit of fun, and it's all going well for me at the moment.
How much do you feel you've improved, obviously, doing a pre-season at the Eagles?
Yeah, obviously being in a professional environment, and especially here at the Eagles, and just sort of training every day, and there's no reason why you're not going to improve your fitness and skills and your deficiencies. So I felt it's helped heaps, and whether it's my fitness or just little things that you pick up from experienced players, experienced coaches. So it's definitely helped a lot.
We keep hearing a lot from the coaches through the different media that you're knocking on the door for selection, and often in the sort of 25, 26. Is that the feedback that you're getting from the coaches, what we're hearing as well? Yeah,
so the coach has been happy with how I'm going, and obviously been in the squad the past 2 weeks and emergency on the weekend. So I'm happy that I'm sort of edging closer to the first game. The coaches just said, just keep going at it and just be patient, be ready, make sure you're playing well, and the time will come, but you just need to be patient with it.
Mark, you feeling this time last year that you'd be sitting here and maybe on the cusp of a debut possibly as early as this weekend?
Yeah, at this point last year, I was just very focused on playing well for West Perth, so I didn't have any grand plans of playing for the Eagles or anything like that. So I was just sort of focused on performing really well for West Perth, and yeah, it's been a very the past couple of months have been whirlwind and been great, so really enjoying it.
Are you feeling sort of any extra pressure knowing that you're only a good game away from being selected since you've been on the list? Have you felt that sort of?
Maybe not so much pressure. You try not to think about it too much. You just do what you do, and that's to play footy. So you let them make all the hard decisions. That's what they're getting paid to do. So what you're getting paid to do is play footy, get the footy, kick goals. Pretty simple. So just try and keep it simple as I can, and that seems to take all the pressure off.
What are the key aspects of your game that you've had to work on to improve from waffle level to the next level?
Yeah, so probably just some defensive aspects for me. So obviously in the waffle, players are more, they try and shut you down a little bit more, and you don't need to focus on that defensive part. Whereas in the AFL, they're much more willing to run off you and create chances for themselves. So it's just developing that sort of defensive transition in my game. Because in the AFL, they run just as hard forward as they do defensively. So that's just something that I need to keep improving on.
And how steep's the learning curve been? What have you gleaned from your time at St Kilda, coming back, not being on a list, and now being at West Coast?
Yeah, it's definitely made me a bit more. I've definitely learned a lot about myself, about my football, and just that chances are very hard to come by, and you need to make the most of it, and just give it your 100% because it doesn't last forever. Obviously, listened to Kerry before. He's coming to the end of his career. You just don't want to leave anything in the tank, because while it might feel like a long time, however long your career is, it goes by in a flash. So just want to make the most of every opportunity you have.
Were you concerned once you left St Kilda? Were you concerned that might have been it for you as far as AFL?
Yeah, there definitely was that concern in the back of my mind. So I just that's something that helped sort of drive me even more. Just that fear of not getting that other chance at the elite level. So definitely was that fear.
What was your initial reaction to it? Like, how long does it take you to get over the disappointment of being off the list and then sort of steel yourself to go a bit harder?
Yeah, or maybe for the first couple of hours, very disappointed. It was a bit of a shock as well, but I just wanted to reassess and reset as soon as I can, because you can't really wallow around and feel sorry for yourself too long, because that doesn't really get you anywhere. So just needed to reset, be truthful to yourself, what I needed to improve on to get that other chance, to get another chance. So just managed to reset really quickly and get back on board.
Where were you when you got the news from the Saints?
I was in the room with Ross when he told me. So, yeah.
And did you have a mentor back here that sort of helped you through and help you sort of, as you say, reset? And
Yeah, I just when I got home, just had a good chat with my dad and mum and dad, but mainly my dad, and because he knows me the best out of anyone. No. So, and just being sort of away from him for a while, and away from the family for a while was it was just good to come back to Perth, and they're really helpful. Just good being back in Perth as well, and around family and friends, and just helped me get my mind back on track and enjoying footy again. So.
at what stage last year did you think I might be creating another opportunity here? And when you started to get feedback from obviously the Eagles, but maybe other AFL clubs as well, that there might be an opportunity?
Yeah, it was maybe limited feedback toward the end of the year. So, and I knew I had a solid year in the waffle, but I was prepared. I was fairly optimistic about my chances, but I was prepared to just do the same again in the waffle again if I didn't get that chance, and just keep going. So obviously the past couple of years there's been a few mature age draftees, even 23, 24. So and I'm still 21, so I knew there was a few more years, a window of opportunity. So I was just take whatever presented itself. I wasn't too hung up on this year must be the year. I was knew I had a couple of years if I worked hard.
Are people in your position, Mark, better equipped to deal with everything the AFL throws at you think, physically and mentally?
Oh, in my mind, yes. I think it's the first time round, you especially when you get drafted in state, it's a tough gig, especially when you're 18, and no matter how you feel like you're going to do well and it's going to be all right, then there's always those challenges being away from home, and just the life skills in general, maturity of your body, but also mentally as well. And it's good when clubs have faith in you, and this time around I feel the Eagles have a lot of faith in me, and whether that's because I recognise that a bit more, or whether that's the club, I'm not too sure, but I just feel definitely better equipped this time round, just through my skills as a footballer, but as a person as well.
I assume you watched the game on Saturday night. What was your reaction sort of back here, just watching?
I mean, I was really impressed with the first half. Like, our pressure skills were up. We were tackling, we were cutting off their short kicks, and we seemed to be all over them, and we created so many opportunities. We probably should have been a bit more ahead at half time. In the second half, Port seemed to really lift their intensity, and we were still creating opportunities in that third quarter. We just couldn't really grasp them. So I thought there was heaps of positives to be taken out of the game. That first half was really good against an undefeated side in the AFL. So obviously there's a few things that we need to learn from and improve from the game, but I thought we're progressing, we're slowly getting there. So,
what do you sense about the mood of the group coming off the back of a loss like that? Is it like Daniel said, where they can't wait to get out and put it right, or is there also a sense of shock about what happened? Yeah,
I mean, it's probably just really frustrating, just to do a lot of things right, and to be up by 7 goals at half time. You're obviously doing something right away from home, in Adelaide against a good side. So yeah, it's just frustration, and we want to get out there and start winning. It's just obviously you feel better after a win than you do a loss. So we just want to get out there and improve on things in our football that'll help us win, and that'll start with Bulldogs on Sunday, hopefully.
Just getting back to your second opportunity, is there a sense this time around that you've earned it a little bit more, as opposed to just being maybe identified as a promising youngster? Oh yeah, definitely.
The 2 years since coming back from Melbourne have been hard work, and you sort of learn a lot about how to play football and a lot about yourself, and so yeah, I definitely feel like I've earned it, and you feel like you owe it to yourself just to make the most of this opportunity now that you've worked so hard the past 2 years. Like when you're 18, you've sort of played a bit of junior footy, and you've got a bit of talent, but you haven't really done anything of note in the bigger picture. So This time I feel like I've definitely earned the chance, and you don't want to throw it away, because you've worked so hard to get that second chance.
It might be a bit of a personal question, but what have you learned about yourself, do you think?
Just that if I set my mind to something and if I just pursue it, then I can achieve it. So that's given me a bit of confidence going forward. If there's something that I need to improve on, I can put in place processes, and just my work ethic will help me overcome those obstacles. So that's probably the biggest thing I've learned about myself, and that's given me a bit more confidence, and just through my performances as well, just prove to myself that I can perform and play footy. So.
What's your goal kicking record?
I'm not a big goal kicker, so that probably doesn't help me this weekend. But I think it's just in terms of the team, it's just we're creating enough opportunities, and it's I don't really know how we're going to fix it, but just keep practicing and don't think of it too much, because when you start thinking about it too much, that's when you start stuffing up and stuff like that. So we'll be all right.